this video, I'm going to be spending the next 24 hours in Minecraft Fusion Pixelmon. I have a few goals that I need to try and complete within the 24-hour limit. Firstly, I need to try and create 3 different fusion Pokemon to add to my collection. Next, I need to try and catch a legendary Pokemon in the war zone. My third goal is to try and catch a shiny Pokemon. And lastly, I need to try and get my entire team to level 100. And if we complete all 4 of our goals, we will receive a God Lucky Block. Now, this can contain up to 3 different legendary Pokemon, including custom textures, shinies, and fusion Pokemon. So make sure to stay tuned to see if I complete my goals and get that God Lucky Block. Alrighty then, so the first thing that we need to do is head back into our home and drop off all of our fusion Pokemon from our 300 days in Minecraft Fusion Pixelmon. Now, for this 24 hours, I have got myself a little cub food to start off with, because obviously I need to make 3 different fusions for this 24 hours, and I need to get ahead of it, especially since a lot of the fusions contain legendary Pokemon, and look how amazing this cub food looks. I'm so excited to evolve him up. So first things first, we need to head out and try and find ourselves an Urshifu tower in order to evolve our Cubfu up into an Urshifu. So let's grab out our boat, here we go, and let's set sail to try and find ourselves an Urshifu tower. So of course there are 2 different types of Urshifu that you can get. The dark type one, which is a single strike style, and the water type one, which is rapid strike style. So luckily for us, we just need to find a single Urshifu tower. It doesn't need to be a certain type. We could just go to the first one that we end up finding. Although I'm pretty sure they are very rare to find, so we may be traveling for a little while. We just have to be very cautious of the time, of course, because we only have 24 hours, and we don't want to waste half our time looking for an Urshifu tower. Finally! Yes! Come on! We have found the Urshifu tower. I'm pretty sure this is the rapid strike style one, but like I said before, it doesn't matter which one we get. We just needed an Urshifu tower, and we've managed to find one. Let's go. Well, all that's left to do now is head to the top of the tower, show my Cubfu the scroll, and evolve him up into an Urshifu. Come on. And here we are. Let's go. It did take a couple hours, but we have managed to find the tower that we were looking for. Right, now I'm pretty sure we just have to throw him out here and then left click, maybe? There we go. All right, we have evolved our Cubfu up into an Urshifu. Now, the evolution, yeah, we just can't see him. He did walk off, but I promise you, we did actually get an Urshifu. There it is. And we've also got his signature move, Surging Strike. So let's remove Endure there. And look at this beast. Let's go. Now, obviously, there are 2 different fusions that you can fuse with Urshifu. But we've already managed to get one of them in a previous 100 days, and that, of course, was Cindershifu, which is a fusion between Cinderace and Urshifu. Now, the other one that we have to go for is extremely difficult to get, and that, of course, is Rayquaza, creating Rayshifu. Now, I don't know how easy it's going to be to find this guy, but luckily for us, we do have increased spawn rates on the server today for the 24-hour challenge, meaning we're going to be able to find a Rayquaza a lot easier than normally. Just so that this 24-hour challenge is obviously possible for us to complete. So I'm pretty certain that Rayquaza spawns in an extreme hills biome. So we're going to head out, find ourselves an extreme hill biome, and look for a Rayquaza so that we can create the fusion between Rayquaza and Urshifu. And finally, we have managed to get into an extreme hills biome. All right, so all we have to do now is wait around for a Rayquaza to spawn. And the sun is setting right now, meaning we will actually have a chance for Rayquaza in just a minute. And like I said before, we do have slightly increased spawns on the server today for the 24-hour challenge. So my chances of finding it are more likely than normal, although it's still not very likely. So we just gotta hope and pray that we get something good to spawn. We could maybe get a shiny, maybe the Rayquaza that we actually need, or other cool Pokemon. But for the most part, we are just looking for the big green legendary snake. Come on, it's sunset. We need something. There's a trainer down there. Wait. Oh no. No. I saw something big and glowing, and I was like, oh, it might be the Rayquaza. But no, it's just a boss Medicham. Okay, let's get out a good team and try and defeat this guy, because I don't think a Rayquaza is going to be spawning today, meaning we're going to have to wait for the next sunset just for this Rayquaza to spawn. All right, here we go. Let's send out my Urshifu first, as we do actually have a goal to get all of our Pokemon to level 100 in the next 24 hours. So at least I'll get a decent bit of XP from this. Let's send out our massive fusion Gracias that we got last time in the 100 days. And let's go for Descent from Grace, a 200 power move. Yo, that is some big damage right there. Come on. Right, come on, Phantomime. Let's go with Play Rough. There we go. All right, we defeated it and got a couple levels on our Urshifu. And also a Nether Star, a Metachamite, a Power Bracer, some XP candies, and some coins. Now, I'm going to keep this XP candy till the end of the 24 hours, as we can use this as a last-ditch effort to evolve and level up all of our Pokemon if we need it. Now, as it is nighttime and I can't be wasting any time on this 24-hour challenge, I can't just wait around for the Rayquaza for the whole night cycle and the whole day cycle to get back to a sunset. So I've decided to head over to a swamp biome, as the next fusion that I want to create includes a Pokemon that I need to fish up from the swamp. Now, if you know the Pokemon I'm referring to, let me know in the comments down below, and if you're right, I will heart your comment. This should be deep enough. Let's get to fishing and see if we can get this Pokemon. It is fishable at nighttime as well, which is really convenient for us, and it's not a core fish. No, we need to keep on fishing. But yeah, so it is very convenient that we have it nighttime right now, as this Pokemon will spawn during this time. And since we're on a 24-hour time limit, we need to maximize our time efficiency as much as possible. Ah, no, I saw blue and thought he was the right Pokemon. All right, well, we'll be back when we finally get ourselves the Pokemon we're looking for. And the moon is starting to go down. It's going to be sunrise soon, which is not ideal for us. We need to try and get this so fast. Unbreaking books, we don't need those. We need Pokemon. Come on, Pixelmon gods. Bless us with the Pokemon that we need. Oh, no, the moon's going down. This is not good. Now, if you guys do want to see more of this fusion content, make sure to be subscribing to the channel, as I have got a ton of new fusion content coming your way very, very soon. So make sure to subscribe so you can stay tuned for that and be the first to see all of the new fusion Pokemon on the Smash MC server. And we on the server are also always trying to improve the content for you guys, adding so many cool custom Pokemon, including the new custom Paradox form Pokemon, which I really want to make a video on very, very soon. And there we go. Finally, come on. We managed to get Mudkip. Oh, that was close. As you can see over here, the sun is rising. But luckily, we got Mudkip. So well done to any of you guys if you did say Mudkip in the comment section. Now let's catch this guy and continue looking for more Pokemon. Now that I've finished with the swamp biome, I have just noticed actually that there is an extreme hills biome right next to where I just was catching the Mudkip. So I'm just going to stick around in this biome a little while, try and find something cool, or even try and get the Rayquaza again. But I think, worst comes to worst, I'm going to have to AFK in this biome until the Rayquaza does spawn, as we can't be wasting any more time circling back into Extreme Hill biome every single time. Okay, that does actually remind me, I'm going to have to grab out my PC real quick, and I need to grab a Pokemon that can fly. Let's go with our Togekiss. All right, there we go. All right, so the reason that I really need this guy is because when I find the Rayquaza and it spawns, I'm going to need to jump on Togekiss and enter a battle with it straight away, as if we do manage to get one to spawn, we do not want it to fly away and despawn, because we are not going to be finding another Rayquaza here. As it's about to be sunset, which is what we need for our Rayquaza, I am going to have to quickly head back home, as I completely forgot that we're almost out of Pokeballs. We do have 2 Master Balls, we have some Ultra Balls, and some more Quick Balls. We'll grab a couple more there. Couple more Dust Balls, and maybe a couple more Ultra Balls as well. Perfect. All right. Okay, come on. Please, Rayquaza. Oh, it doesn't look like I'm going to get it here again. No. I see a Clefairy. There's a Loudred. A Phanpy. We've got a Corvisquire, but no Rayquaza. No. Yo. I wasn't even recording. Oh. Okay. We've got the Rayquaza. Come on, go. Please don't despawn. Yes, there it is. Let's go. Come on, Rayquaza. We need to get into a battle with this guy. I'm not sure how easy it's going to be. Come on. Let's go into F5 mode, maybe. No. We need to throw the Pokeball at him. I don't know how to go down with Togekiss. No. Okay. This is fine. Okay, we're getting to that level. No, I've messed it up again. Okay, come on, Rayquaza. No. Yes. There we go. We are now in a battle with Rayquaza. Come on. And there we go. We have now got ourselves a Rayquaza. Let's put away the Togekiss. And there it is. Look at this beast. Yes. We managed to get it in the nick of time. Oh, okay, that took so many nights to get, but we finally have him. Look at this beast. Yes! Well, now that we've got the Rayquaza, there is only one more thing to do with these two Pokemon. And there we go. We have made it to the fusion machine. And it is now time to put in both of our Pokemon. There goes Urshifu. And there goes Rayquaza. Now let's put in a fusion key. And let's create Rayshifu. Holy, here we go. Rayquaza and a little tiny Urshifu create this beast of a Pokemon. Look at that. Now, of course, if you guys do want to use fusions just like this one on the server and try to get them yourself, be sure to join the server at the IP address of play.smashmc.co. And once you're onto the server, you can also join the Groudon server, which is exactly where I'm playing and creating all of these amazing fusion Pokemon. And if you see me on the server, don't be afraid to say hi. I'd be super happy to chat to you all on the server while playing. Right, now, enough plugging the server. Let's get back to the challenge. Of course, we still have to get 2 more fusions and a shiny Pokemon, let alone we still have to get all of our Pokemon to level 100. Luckily, with the fusion Pokemon, though, they take the highest level of the 2 fusions. And obviously, our Urshifu was only like level 21 or something like that. And the Rayquaza was level 70. Meaning we've taken the level of the level 70 Rayquaza. Which is going to help us so much when getting all these guys to level 100. Hey, so I've literally just logged onto the server to record a little bit more of the 24-hour challenge. And when I logged on, I was given 5 common Lucky Blocks as a reward for a daily login. So I want to open these up and see if we can get any upgrades to get something really good. And hopefully, maybe even a legendary, which will help so much in the 24-hour challenge. Alrighty then, let's get all 5 of these Lucky Blocks placed down and opened up. Let's go here, number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, and number 5. Here we go. Alright, let's start opening up the Lucky Blocks. Come on, please give me something good. A Feeble, an Execute, a Druddigon, an uncommon upgrade, let's go. And finally, a Mudbray. Alright, it's time to open up our uncommon Lucky Block. Come on, please give me something good. Yo! An upgrade to a rare Lucky Block. Let's go. There's no way. Alright, it's time. We have to open up this rare Lucky Block and hope that we get a legendary that we can use. Oh, come on, come on, come on. 3, 2, 1. Go! A Reshiram! Let's go! Alright, that is a pretty cool Pokemon. I'm pretty sure that Reshiram does have a fusion. As you can see right here, we do already have the Reshiram fusion Pokemon, which I will quickly show you guys. Let's get it out right here. And look at this awesome fusion. Unfortunately, though, since we already have Reshiram, we can't really use this Reshiram, so I might see if I can trade it with another player on the server to try and get a Pokemon that we can actually use in a fusion, which would be pretty cool. So let's put out in the chat, let's ask if anyone would like to trade for my Reshiram, and hopefully I will be able to get something good in return that I'd be able to use to create another fusion Pokemon. Okay, so we have finally managed to get a trade with this guy right here called Koa Not Okay. He's going to give me a Groudon for my Reshiram, which is huge. There we go. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now we finally have a Groudon. Let's go. And now that we finally do have a Groudon as well, it means that we can now almost create another fusion Pokemon. We just need to head out and find the missing piece of the puzzle, which of course, for a Groudon, is Garchomp. Creating a fusion called Growlchomp. Now, to find ourselves a Garchomp, we need to head out into a desert biome and catch ourselves a Gibble. Shouldn't be too difficult, as Gibble is quite common in a desert biome. So let's head out and find ourselves a desert biome. Oh, and just like that, we've literally teleported into a desert biome on the first RTP. Like, if I even type /back, we're literally in the house. So we have just instantly teleported into a desert biome, which is huge. Now all we have to do is find ourselves a Gibble, which shouldn't be too difficult. So, of course, as you can see here, when you do /wiki Gibble, you can see all of the different areas where it will spawn. Okay, so we've got an uncommon rarity at nighttime, and it does, of course, spawn in the Minecraft desert. So, I can't really tell what is going on with the sky. I'm assuming maybe it's because it's raining right now. And obviously in the desert, it doesn't rain. But in other biomes, it does. So maybe the sky is just all weird because it's in some sort of weather at the moment. I'm not too sure. But we'll figure out what time of the day it is. And then we will hopefully find our Gibble. So it seems like it is currently daytime. I think in a thunderstorm or something like that. So we're not... Wait. Yo, a shiny Trapinch. Let's go. No way. I just saw something blue and thought it might have actually been a Gibble, but no, it was actually a shiny Trapinch. That is huge. Holy. That is literally perfect for us. Now we can go ahead and throw out our Groudon and catch this Pokemon right here. And of course, now that we found a shiny Trapinch as well, that means we can tick off another goal for this 24-hour challenge, which of course is to catch ourselves a shiny Pokemon. Now it seems like it must be going to nighttime. The sun is of course setting, which means only one thing. We just need to wait around now and hopefully have a Gibble spawn on us. Especially now we have this Trapinch, we are very, very close to completing this 24-hour challenge. Although we do need to head into the war zone at some point and try and catch ourselves a legendary in there, which is going to be very, very tough because we don't want to end up getting in a fight with another player. We are unfortunately not allowed to take in any fusion Pokemon because they're just so overpowered. Against normal players, which might not have all of the fusions like we do, it means that we're going to have to take in a different team, which is going to be a lot more challenging when it comes up to fighting another trainer. So we may have to cheese it and take in different Pokemon that we just don't care about losing. And just as you can see in the chat here, Kaysen right there in the chat has just been talking about my fighting type only video and said that he forgot to put a like on it. So if you're like Kaysen, make sure to head over and drop a like on the video, especially this one. And if not, if you haven't done already, make sure to check out the fighting type video as it was a banger. But of course, as we were talking about that, look who we have just found. Let's get out our fusion Pokemon to fight this Gibble. Look at the Ratio, he is so cool. But luckily for us, we have now got a Gibble, which means we just need to go ahead, catch this thing, and we can create another fusion Pokemon. Hey, and there we go. We caught the Gibble, meaning we now have 2 more Pokemon that we can fuse together. We just have to get this Gibble up into a Garchomp, and then fuse him with our boy Groudon right here, and we will be able to create our second fusion Pokemon. Now, this guy right here has also just asked me for a screenie. So I figured I would happily help him out. It's just a quick screenie, and I know we are on a time limit for this. And anyways, let's get back to the challenge, of course. So with our Gibble, of course, we need to get it to a Growlithe, which means we're going to have to get ourselves a Garchomp. Now, to get a Gibble up to a Garchomp, I need to get it up to something ridiculous like level 50 or something like that. Okay, so I've just looked at how many levels I need to get my Gibble to evolve it into a Garchomp, and it turns out it needs to be level 48. So when I use something like this large XP candy, it gets my Gibble up to level 23, which is about halfway there, roughly. But we obviously don't have a lot of those XP candies. So if we pop on the XP all, and then we head into the training area, we can use this area to level up our Pokemon pretty quickly. So if we head into a battle with this, let's go with something a bit lower for now. Maybe a level 60. And if we use our Ratio, let's hit it with a Crunch, and we defeat the Gengar pretty easily, getting a load of levels for our Mudkip and our Gibble, and then we'll be able to evolve our Gibble into a Gabite. And boom, just like that, we have now evolved our Gibble into a Gabite. And it looks like our Mudkip is also evolving up, which is great, into a Marshtomp, which means we're one step closer to 2 more fusion Pokemon. Now, let's chuck away the Trapinch into the PC, as obviously we can't make a fusion with this guy right now, so he can stay in there. And we will use our 2 Pokemon right here in the level grinder, and hopefully we'll be able to get those guys evolved fully very, very soon. And there we go. It looks like our Marshtomp is now evolving up as well into a Swampert. Now, if you haven't guessed already, there is a fusion that I want to make with Swampert, which is called Swamp Ogre. I know it sounds very dumb, like an ogre, but trust me, it is a very, very cool fusion. And finally, we have done it. Our Gabite is now evolving up into a Garchomp, which is huge. Let's go. I've seen so many people commenting about this fusion, asking me to get it, And finally, we can now get the fusion we wanted. And there we go. Let's grab this fusion key and take it up to the fusion machine. Okay, here we go. As you can see there, the two Pokemon that we're literally trying to get are both in the possible forms from the party. Obviously, for Swampoga, we're going to need a Kyogre still. But for Growlchomp, we have exactly what we need, which is a Garchomp and, of course, a Groudon. We put in the fusion key, and we are going to be creating Growlchomp. Here we go. We've got the Garchomp on one side and the Groudon on the other. Yo, there it is. Look at that beast. His face is a tiny little bit derpy, but nonetheless, this is still an epic fusion Pokemon. Look at the colors, all of the spikes. This thing is amazing. Now listen, all right? Listen. So, I've heard down the grapevine that there might be some new fusion Pokemon coming very soon. They may even already be out by the time that this video comes out. So make sure to stay tuned, because all I'm saying is I am going to be catching every single fusion Pokemon on the server to date before I end my 100-day series. Obviously, I'm doing mini ones like this 24-hour challenge, but we will get every single fusion Pokemon. As you can see in my PC, we have almost a box full of fusion Pokemon. And if you guys want to get fusion Pokemon just like these ones, make sure to join the Smash MC server, because there are a ton of cool things coming very soon to you guys that you are all going to love. And I gotta tell you, some of the things that are coming are going to be amazing. Okay, so we obviously need to get one more Pokemon to fuse with our Swampert, which we've already said is the Kyogre. Now, I don't know how likely it is we're going to be able to find a Kyogre in the last couple hours of the challenge. So I've decided we're going to try and kill two birds with one stone. And of course, that is by heading to the war zone with a random level 100 team that we really don't care about. These are all just Pokemon that I've either been gifted or just found and leveled up, because we only want to make fusions, and none of the Pokemon here make any fusions. So it doesn't really matter too much if we lose any of these guys, because obviously this series is all about fusion Pokemon, and we can't take those in. So anything we lose that isn't a legendary, we don't really care about. So the two challenges that I want to try and complete whilst heading into the war zone are, of course, getting myself a legendary in the war zone, and I want to try and get that legendary to be Kyogre, because if it's a Kyogre, we then get to complete our last two challenges at the same time, which would be huge for us. So let's put up 600 seconds on the Warzone timer, 5k on the table, and let's enter into the Warzone. Come on, I just want to try and find this Kyogre legendary. It has to be done. Please let me find a Kyogre. Even if I don't find a Kyogre and we get a different type of legendary, that would still be huge, because that would tick off one of our goals. Although I did just notice I have made a bit of an oopsie. If we do find a legendary, which a Poipole has just spawned, please be on me. Please be on me. No, it doesn't look like that Poipole's on me, unfortunately. Wait, no, it is. Yo! Yes, let's go! Okay. Let's get this Poipole. That is so huge. Unfortunately, there isn't a fusion that goes with Poipole, but we've captured it, which is huge. Oh my. Okay, we need to hope that we don't get into a battle, because getting this Poipole out will complete the challenge. So I may have forgotten to mention, if a player ends up battling us and defeating us in the war zone, they can steal our legendary Pokemon. And of course, if they end up stealing it, we are in big trouble, because it will then make the challenge voided and we will have to redo it, finding another legendary in the war zone, which is going to be a nightmare. So if we do end up running into a player just like Kaysen back there, we're just going to hope that they're nice enough not to battle us, because if they do, they are definitely going to beat this team, which will suck for me. And it looks like a Zamazenta has just spawned somewhere in the war zone, which is huge. I wonder if it's on any of us. Looks like these guys are also searching for it, but I don't know whereabouts the Zamazenta would be. I mean, nonetheless, Zamazenta isn't too much of an issue for us, because... Wait, this is it. Let's go. Okay, there's a player right there. I don't think we want the Zamazenta, but we may have. Let's just go for it. Screw it. Here we go. We're going to try and get this Zamazenta. Come on, please. There is a player here, and I'm worried he's going to try and get me. but we're going to try our best to get this Zamazenta here. But luckily, if we do end up catching this guy, it's going to be huge for us because if this guy does end up defeating us, it will not matter because we have 2 legendaries that we'll have caught. So let's just try and catch this guy because then if he does steal it from us, it's not the end of the world. We still completed the challenge of catching a legendary in the war zone. Oh, wait. Yes! And there we go. This man looks like he wants to just chill. I'm wondering if he wants to fight me. He seems pretty chill right now, but I don't know. Okay, so I was very, very scared to fight that guy, but it looks like we're all good. So we can just travel around together and maybe even find another legendary Pokemon. We've got 30 seconds left, and then we'll be out of the war zone, which is great. We've managed to survive, and we're going to get 2 legendary Pokemon out of the war zone. Hey, there we go. We did it, guys. We have survived the war zone. Oh, there we go. Honestly, the stress. Okay, well, we're out of the war zone. Now, if we chuck all of our Pokemon into the PC, let's get this, and this put away. And now, when we go into our Warzone bank, so we'll go /Warzone and into the bank, there it is. So we've got a Poipole and we have the Zamazenta. Let's have a little look at these guys. We obviously have our little Poipole. It's so sad that we don't have a fusion for this guy yet. And also Zamazenta, which in fact doesn't have a fusion either, which really sucks. Although Zacian, its counterpart, does. So if we managed to get that, that would have been amazing. But nonetheless, 2 legendary Pokemon out means that we've managed to complete another goal for this 24-hour challenge, which of course is to get a legendary Pokemon out of the war zone. We now have only 1 more fusion to make, which is a Swampogre, which will be fused with my Swampert and a Kyogre that I'm going to have to go out and catch. Now, unfortunately, we obviously didn't get the Pokemon we wanted from the war zone. We ended up getting 2 legends, but unfortunately, we didn't get a Kyogre. So, luckily, my base is surrounded by a massive deep ocean biome, which is exactly where a Kyogre spawns. So, obviously, it's daytime right now, and we need it to be night. So, we're going to have to wait around for a little while with the little time that we have left for this challenge, and hopefully, we will be able to find it as soon as possible. And since it's only just become morning, I think that what we should be doing is maximizing our time and head over to the warp training area. Now, with fusion Pokemon, how it works is when the Pokemon fuses together, it takes a level of the highest level of Pokemon. Meaning, if we manage to get this Swampert to level 100, all we have to do when we find the Kyogre is use it with the Swampert, and it's already going to be level 100. So I think the best plan of action here is to get these 3 guys up to level 100, then go and search for the Kyogre while we're waiting for it to become nighttime. And then hopefully we'll be able to find it, use it together, and complete this 24-hour challenge. There we go. Let's take that down. And now I think it's time to go back to the base and check. Perfect. Okay, so the sun is setting, which means it's becoming nighttime. I think that it's time to just set sail onto the ocean and try and get Kyogre to spawn. Go, and here we are. So we're probably going to be doing this for the next, hour or so, just swimming around in the ocean until eventually we hopefully get a Kyogre to spawn. It's going to be a very rare one to find, so I don't know how easy this is going to be. But I've got my fingers crossed, and I am very hopeful that we're going to find this thing. If we don't find it on this nighttime, I'm just going to head back to the level training and just level up my entire team to level 100 because that's the only thing we can really do right now is level the team and search for Kyogre. I've had a couple people on the server say that they want to trade me a Kyogre, but I do want to try and find it myself first. And if it gets too close to the time limit and all of our Pokemon are level 100, we will possibly consider doing the trade. But for now, I really want to try and find it alone. And unfortunately, it is now becoming daytime again. But I think we should just head back, level up our entire team, and then come back to try and hunt for it one last time. I have got a player on the server who goes by the name of Ortza, who is offering me a Kyogre. So I've said to this person, I will take them up on the offer if I'm running out of time and I can't find the Kyogre before we run out of the time in the 24 hours. So we will definitely have a Kyogre, but it all depends on whether or not I'm able to find one or if I'm going to have to buy one. Because you never know what this guy might want for the Kyogre, meaning we might have to go out and search for even more stuff just to get the Kyogre off of him. So we've got to be very careful on how long we spend trying to look for this Kyogre. But for now, let's not waste any more time and let's head back over to the level grinder. And there we go. Reishifu is now level 100 and is getting his signature move, which is Draconic Strike. This is a deadly move. I think we got to replace Outrage here. And there we go. Perfect. And there we go. Growlchomp is now level 100 and has his signature move, Terrestrial Revolt, I think that says. It's a bit blocked by the amount of PP that we have, but I'm pretty sure that says Terrestrial Revolt, which sounds like an awesome move. Basically, it sounds like a stronger version of Earthquake. So let's replace our Earthquake with that move right there. Now, the only thing that's left to do is obviously get our Swampert to level 100, but I think we should probably head back and check to see what time of the day it is. And it looks like we've still got a little bit more time, so we should be able to head back to the level grinder, try and level up Swampert a bunch, and then head back to look for Kyogre once more. Now, I have completely forgotten about a very amazing item that we could be using right now, and it's this item right here. Of course, it's the Lucky Egg. Now, the reason that I've completely forgotten about this, and I'm a bit of an idiot for that, when I have a Lucky Egg on one of my Pokemon, it doubles the amount of XP that it receives when leveling. We're going to level them up really fast if we had this. As you can see now, I'm gaining almost double what I was before with the XP All and the Lucky Egg, meaning Swampert is going to level up so much faster now that we've got that on. Okay, so we've just come back, and it looks like the sun is once again setting. It's time to head out and look for the Kyogre once more. I'm really hoping that we'll be able to find it this time. I really don't want to have to pay for the legendary Pokemon, but that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Let's just hope that we can find it right now. Where are you, man? Where's a Kyogre? Oh, I really don't want to have to buy it from that guy. Please, man. Where are you, Kyogre? Okay, right, we're back. It's halfway through the night already, and we still have no sign of the beast of underwater, which, of course, is Kyogre. Come on, please. Where are you? Do you see anything down here? Wait! Yes! Oh! Go, 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 go. Please, 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 please. No! Come back, please, Kyogre! No, it's swimming away. Oh, no, no, no. Please don't despawn. Please don't despawn. You see that over there, right? That is definitely Kyogre. Come on, hit it. Yes! And there we go. We have entered a battle with Kyogre. Come on. Oh, let's go. I'm so happy that we managed to get it. Finally. I was losing all hope. I've been searching for this thing for so long. Oh, finally. It feels so good to have finally got this guy. Come on. Holy. We've actually managed to do it, guys. There is only one thing left to do now, and that, of course... Oh, hello, Growlchomp. Is to take this guy over to the fusion machine. Okay, guys, we have one more job, and that, of course, is to fuse Swampert right here with our boy Kyogre that we just managed to catch in the nick of time as well, I gotta say. Let's go into here and let's put in our Swampert and let's put in our Kyogre, put in the fusion key, and there we go. Let's create Swamp Ogre. Here we go. Come on. Yo! There it is. Swamp Ogre in all of its glory. Oh, I'm so happy with this guy. Come on. Look at him. He's huge. Honestly, though, this guy, look at him. What a beast. Let's get out all three of our fusions together. And by far, Swamp Ogre is the biggest. Holy. Well, now we need to head over to the Warp training area because Swamp Ogre, as you can see, is only a level 86. So we're going to have to quickly get him up to level 100. And then we would have completed all of our challenges and get a God Lucky Block. So make sure to stay tuned for that as it's going to be amazing. There we go. Finally, we have managed to get our Swamp Ogre and our third and final fusion to level 100, getting its signature move, Tsunami Strike. That is a very powerful water move. So let's replace Water Pulse. And there we go. We now have all three of our fusion Pokemon up to level 100. And we have completed every single one of our challenges for this 24 hours. And now that we have the 3 fusions, there is one more thing to do. As we've completed all 4 of our challenges for this 24 hours, we, of course, get to open up a God Lucky Block. Okay, here we go. We have got ourselves a God Lucky Block. Now it's time to open this bad boy up, and let's hope that we get some cool fusion Pokemon. Come on, please. Oh, yo, look at this. Oh, a shiny Regidrago. A Galaxy Lugia. Look how cool he looks. And I want to say maybe a Shadow Groudon. Definitely the most underwhelming of them all, but this one looks so cool. Let's go. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I definitely think that this was a very, very successful 24-hour challenge. Getting myself a shiny Regidrago, a Shadow Groudon, and a Galaxy Lugia. Not to mention our Swamp Ogre, our Growlchomp, and of course, Urshifu.